The chain on this brand new bicycle rubs against the inside surface of the front derailleur here and makes a very embarrassing, loud, clackety sound as metal on metal, chain link by chain link, clack, 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 as the chain is being pulled or dragged along the inside surface of the front derailleur. So in this video, I show you with the appropriate tool. It takes seconds to adjust it. There's no reason for this embarrassing sound to be heard of. Second, there's no need for additional friction. If you want a purposefully designed exercise bike, get it, but this isn't one of them. And thirdly, there's no reason to wear away a perfectly good chain or to destroy a perfectly good derailleur by this metal on metal friction here. Now, for completeness sake, the front derailleur's inside surface does have to make a metal on metal contact while the position of the chain is being shifted from the large chain ring to the small chain ring. But that takes a split second. This shifting happens against a moving chain, so it will make a contact sound. But when it's in its end position, there should be no contact sound to be made. Now, it may not be obvious. You have to really listen for it and not ratchet backwards. Also, when there's load placed on the chain as you're pedaling and pushing down on the pedals really hard in the 2 o'clock position here, the chain ring deflects a little bit out and makes this rubbing sound even worse, or exaggerates this sound. So that's when it's really noticeable, especially on the left pedal stroke, when the user of this bicycle applies some force here. Then this is really noticeable. On the right pedal stroke, the chain ring deflects the other way, so there's no sound, only on the left pedal stroke. So for this adjustment, I want to point out that the chain on the cassette set is on the smallest chain ring, and at this point the chain takes quite a bit of a turn towards this direction on the left on the screen as you're watching it. So the chain is not straight. The straight chain pull would be 3 or 4 sprockets up here somewhere there. That would be a straight alignment with the front chain ring here. So the chain is off on an angle by design. It's fine. Now, where this noise is generated is here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and try to adjust the camera, that you can see a clear gap between the derailleur's body here. You can see some white space there and the side of the chain, so there's no contact problem here. But there is a tiny bit of contact problem there. I'm going to push the chain away there, so there should be a gap there. But when load is placed on the chain, you can see that this part here becomes problematic. This part on the front derailleur needs to have this shape. That's fine. The position needs to be adjusted very simply. So let me show you how this adjustment looks like. If the tool is inserted there, I'll show you exactly where. Just want you to show the position changing. See? It's done. So let's go back. In contact. Now it's pushing the chain. Now it's really pushing the chain. No clearance, just release the chain or just stop contacting the chain there. So now the gap is approximately half and half. Some gap is here, some gap is on the other side. Even when the chain is pulled straight, maybe I can rotate it just a touch more to make it there, to make it even more generous there. It will work for shifting. Of course, it needs to be tested in field, but this is how the adjustment is done. Very, very straightforward and takes just a few seconds. So let me show you where the bolt head is. Right here, this is where you place the tool. You're looking at H and L. So this is H is the high position and L is the low position on the smaller chain ring. So I turn this wrench half a turn, one turn, maybe 1.5 turns to shift it sideways like you saw it. So I'm just gonna move it again. Motion is not that obvious from this angle, but visible, still visible. Okay, so that's how it's adjusted. Very straightforward. Yeah, that was my sweet spot. I'm just gonna sight it again from this direction and it's done. Thank you very much for watching.